Hey, Brandon, guess what? It's April Fool's Day, but it ain't no joke. I'm back, baby. I'm back from Disney, and I'm very excited for today's show. We got a lot to get to. We got Griff-Ins announced. We got NBA, NFL, MLB. We got a little bit of everything today, Brandon, and it's on Wake Up Barstool, and it all starts right now. What's happening, guys? Welcome in. Wake Up Barstool Wednesday. It feels so good to be back. We got the Mostly Boys here today. We got Connor, we got Eber, we got Brandon Walker, we got KB there behind the desk. Connor, incredible job last week.
Well,
thank you for holding down the fort.
It's a fun time.
Did fantastic.
Thank you.
I heard
Happy to have
Brandon.
you back.
I heard Brandon did a classic lane switch where like half the show he was like, I miss T-Bob, then like the second half he's like, oh, actually I like a Connor, you know.
Yeah.
Classic Walker.
It was on the fence. But, it was a very, very fun time. Definitely a lot of respect for what you do. It's a very, very hard thing to do.
Well,
and
look,
you pull it off so effortlessly. So
well, it's very kind.
What are we doing?
Should we just glaze each other for the rest of
we
the
could.
show? Yeah,
we
I
could
think
switch
so.
spots, Brandon, the two. I could be
maybe-
the one
maybe
who's
Connor
like,
should sit next
maybe
to me.
he's all up in my ear, and
Yeah.
I could go back in his ear.
I could go back to bed as well.
That's true.
How about this, guys? So it's April Fool's Day today. It's
By
not-
the way, it's April Fool's Day.
Yes.
You had all year to come up with your April Fool's Day cold open, and you came up with yelling in my face.
So, okay, I want to be clear on two fronts. First, yeah, that's true. Secondly,
Doesn't really. I don't think the second. part matters.
I hate April Fool's Day.
No.
I know.
This is an April Fool's joke. This holiday was like built for you.
No, dude, no, not at all. And I'm not going to say that I always hated April Fool's Day. I don't think that was true. I once called my mother at midnight the night before and told her that my little brother had gotten somebody pregnant.
See what I'm
I
saying?
once called her again at midnight one year and told her I had broken my leg again. Really not funny stuff, actually. Pretty mean, but I'm
Are you
sorry,
only
Mom.
pranking your mom?
No. I actually called every female in my family and told them the brother thing. And the best part was they were all like, I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. And he did it. It did. In fact, he's very happily married. He just had a beautiful little baby boy. Shut up, baby bud. But
How can we believe that?
that's fair. That, you know what?
Could be a lie.
Boy who cried wolf. The point of all of this is, like most, you end up aging out of April Fool's Day.
Is it the brands?
I have firmly aged out. I hate it. It's the brands. It's the fact that like I'll see something on the internet that gets me excited, only then to have the rug pulled out from underneath me. Like already today, the boys were popping up in the group chat about how In-N-Out Burger was coming to Atlanta. Pfft, no,
Yeah.
not.
That's the bad April Fool's joke. You can't dangle a good thing in front of them and then take it away. But a bad thing, and then just saying, just kidding, a bad thing isn't actually happening. That's
Kind of
the way-
fun. I've done it
Yeah.
before. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
The relief is almost worth the initial stress.
Also, the April Fool's Day pranks are basically year-round now with like the fake insider accounts on Twitter.
Oh, that's a
Centel.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in the. KB, do you have any thoughts on April Fools? Have you considered it in your wonderful Byzantine mind before?
I love a good, well-rounded, complex, thought-out, interesting prank. But yeah, I would always just opt for like tackling my sister in the kitchen. I think that's also funny.
But yeah, you're right, Brandon. We probably could have done something better with the April Fool's cold open. I mean, you strike me as the anti-April Fools.
It's nonsense, and I'm just not a nonsense guy. I'm just you know me, not a nonsense guy. Why is Ebo wearing so much coat?
It is a lot.
Why aren't you wearing so much coat? That's
a
much
great
coat.
question,
Do you see how
Brandon.
much coat he's wearing?
Wait, does Ebo win this
No,
week's jacket
that's a
off?
coat. First of all,
I
It's a
don't
vest.
know, dude.
It's a vest.
that's a
That's a vest?
that's a vest. It looks
Oh,
like a
that's-
coat.
You got vested, brother.
You have a vest over a hoodie?
Yeah.
That's
All
an
right.
insanely thick vest, brother.
Also, shout out Carson. Not on camera. He's got a vest. Not as
Carson.
thick as mine, but I mean, listen, we're in the second week of baseball, and it is 22 degrees outside in Chicago.
Yeah.
I was at the game last night.
Yeah. Oh, hell
The
yeah.
Cubs had back-to-back games. One was in 72 degrees and one was in, 39?
It might as well have been 10, Brandon.
Yeah.
It's the Midwest, baby. How about this?
At least you saw a high-scoring game.
It was a great game.
Speaking of April Fool's jokes, I log on to Twitter this morning and look at that new Hall of Fame class. Naismith's Basketball Hall of Fame announced Mari Stoudemire, Candace Parker, some others. I'm like, okay, great. And then Doc Rivers in there. I'm like, okay. You know, what a start to the day.
Okay.
Only to find out that's not an April Fool's joke.
You know what? I was thinking about this last night. I went to the Bucks game last night. I took my young son.
I saw that. It looked electric.
My 10-year-old son to the Bucks. He loves going to NBA games. We got to see Cooper Flag play. And I was watching. I was like sitting there, and I got great seats, immaculate seats. I do very well. And I look across, and Jason Kidd has got his arms folded. He's coaching for the Mavs. I was like, oh my God, one of the all-time greatest basketball players is just right over there. And then Doc Rivers is on the other side, and he's got his arms folded. And I think, you know what? There's a lot of haters of Doc Rivers. Guys like Connor Griffin, because Doc Rivers went to Philadelphia, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to use Doc Rivers as a punchline. He's been a head coach now for, 25 years. He's got a championship. He's been in the finals multiple times. He has been in the mix as a head coach pretty much for 2 decades. Before that, he had a very respectable playing career. He's been in the NBA for 45 years now? Yes, that's a Hall of Famer. What are we talking about? Why would you think that was an April Fool's Day joke?
Maybe
Why is the duration or
500
longevity of his
record?
coaching career like a sign that he should be in?
I feel like in modern coaching, and maybe less so in the NBA because you do have a lot of retreads, but I feel like coaching 2 decades is evidence that you've got something pretty special. And we act like it's not.
I agree with you that like longevity matters. I'm not someone who dismisses longevity in a life in the NBA.
He also has a championship.
And he does have a championship.
But one championship?
Yeah.
Is that indicative of a Hall of Fame?
See,
like
that-
top 1 to 2%?
I think Basketball Hall of Fame is easier to get into.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basketball Hall of Fame is more like, do you reach the pinnacle of basketball, not the pinnacle of the NBA success, I believe. Because like Amari Stoudemire was an unbelievable, had a long career.
Yeah.
Would you say he's like one of the greatest basketball players ever?
No, I was actually surprised by that one too.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you climb the mountaintop of basketball, whether it be at the collegiate ranks or the pro ranks, you belong to basketball.
Candace
Hall of
Parker
Fame
didn't
based
spend a
off
minute in the
criteria.
NBA.
That's a great point.
It's very true. Doc Rivers is 6th all time in wins. Like he does.
Really?
Yeah, 6th all
Okay.
time in
Well,
wins.
I mean,
He's
that,
contributed
you know,
a lot
that-
to the game of basketball. I just don't personally like him because,
I guess
Most losses ever
my
in
kind
Game
of
Sevens.
I think my
3
disconnect may come in a couple ways. I was probably holding too high of a bar for the Basketball Hall of Fame, right? Because I'm not, and that was the other thing I wanted to get across is like I'm not saying Doc Rivers is a bad coach. Obviously, his career he's not a bad coach, right? He has had a ton of success. It's just that you do think about something like the Hall of Fame being this rarefied air where you have to be overwhelming. Maybe that's not the case with basketball, and I don't know if I was fully aware of that resume.
Well,
I grew up watching
it's
Lenny
clown.
Wilkins. I loved Lenny Wilkins.
He's just been poisoned by the internet.
and the Game 7 losses are
most Game 7
horrific.
losses
You know
of all
what's funny?
time.
Dusty Baker in baseball.
Yeah.
Had a long career. Now I doubt he's going to make the Baseball Hall of Fame. That's a different nut to crack. But Dusty Baker had a long career, right? And then about 2 decades, maybe 2.5 decades into his managerial career, he breaks through and wins the championship, wins the World Series. And everybody feels good. It's this feel-good story. He finally got him one. Doc Rivers just won his title early. And because he won his title early and he hasn't got back there, we act like this is the bummiest bum that ever bummed.
Well, I think it's the Game 7 thing.
And
right?
his tenure in Milwaukee has been absolutely garbage. It's been terrible.
His
Bucks-
last 2 stops have been bad.
The Bucks fired Adrian Griffin when he was 30-13.
Yeah.
And they said, we're going to get Doc Rivers in here to do a better job. He's a step up. And it has been an absolute collapse since then. And then, the fact that he's lost the most Game 7s of anybody. He's the only coach ever to blow 3 separate 3-1 series leads.
Yeah.
There's a lot to make fun of when it comes to Doc Rivers. But the longevity and the fact that he's 6th all-time in wins and he's won a championship, like he's absolutely a Hall of Famer. I was more shocked by Stoudemire making it in.
You do make a salient point though, Brandon, in terms of like we live in a what have you done for me lately society. And the story of the coach who wins early, and then now what Rivers has lost 5 consecutive Game 7s versus like the guy who wins late. Yeah, it feels different. One feels like somebody who maybe stumbled into it early, and then their kind of true colors showed, where somebody else was, fighting, and finally broke through. And that's probably not fair. But perception determines reality a lot of times. Shout out Doc Rivers. I apologize. I shouldn't have opened saying the April.
Well, no, you did, but you did do it.
I know. Now I feel bad.
You are a bad person, and that's okay. Kyle, I'm shocked at you that you would cast aspersions at Doc Rivers.
I'm sorry to Doc Rivers.
What
about Mike Shanahan, the football coach?
What about him?
If Doc Rivers deserves a spot in the Hall, does Mike Shanahan?
I don't think so, because they're different halls of fame. I don't think you can put Mike Shanahan in the Basketball Hall of Fame. I think that would be a mistake. That's just me.
I grew up watching Lenny Wilkens and the Hawks. Wasn't he the winningest NBA coach of all time? And I don't think he ever got a championship, did he?
Never.
Right.
I don't think he ever got particularly close.
Yeah, and I guess he deserves to be. Anyway, shout out the new Hall of Fame basketball class. A couple other news pieces here off the rip. Brandon.
Hi.
I think, it's for the whole group. I shouldn't just highlight Brandon, but I think there's a story out there that is maybe like one of the most insane sports stories going on right now, but we kind of lack maybe the context or the understanding to appreciate it. And that's what happened to Italy yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Italy loses in a shootout to Bosnia and Herzegovina, meaning they are going to miss their third consecutive World Cup. This is a country that is second all time with 4 World Cup wins. A country that, only 8 countries have ever won this thing. Like, they are in truly rarefied air. Brazil has 5, them, Germany have 4, everybody else is behind them. And now you want to talk about at least 16 years between World Cup appearances. Like, we love here in America to rip on the Cowboys, right? Because they're always talking about, they're viewed as these winners, even though they haven't won anything since the 90s. Italy's doing this, but on a global scale. It's unreal.
I didn't even consider it was possible when we got the World Cup draw a couple of weeks ago, right? And we saw that Italy was like splitting one of the placards with somebody else because they hadn't quite got in yet. I was like, well, all right, they're just thrown into that group because Italy's going to make it through. But I didn't realize this is the third one in a row. This is
third one in a row.
This is like Alabama football, just like never ever making college
This is like
playoff.
I feel like this is like Alabama football. Yeah, and doing so. So I think Italy's ranked 12th in the world right now. Herzegovina is 66.
So, it's not fair that Italy had to play 2 countries, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Number 2. What? You looked at KB.
No, I just thought it was funny that you said that.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, number 2, what is Italian sports media like?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I wish I somehow could
What's Italian Mad Dog saying today? What's Italian Colin Coward saying today? What's Italian Dave Portnoy saying today?
I need Twitter. If you could somehow do this, I need some, because translation nowadays is insane. Like, AI can do it very accurately. Ask Whoop. I need Italian sports radio injected into my veins today.
Do they have Italian sports radio? Are they just chilling all the time? Do they operate?
Yeah, they
like
do
us?
probably just be chilling.
Yeah, I don't know anything about day-to-day life in Italy. I know they eat late at night and they eat for like 4 hours at a time. That's what I know.
Italians are so passionate. There are guys like the rhythm of today's rants are going to be succulent and fantastic. I mean, you have an entire generation of players that'll never play on the stage. You could be a 16-year-old Italian kid with zero memory of watching your team play in the World Cup. And again, it comes in the context of the country that is the second most wins of all time in a tournament that only 8 teams have ever won. It's insane, man. It's insane.
Ebo.
Also, the U.S. looks like they suck.
Ebo, the 8 countries that have won the World Cup, go.
Brazil.
Yep.
Germany.
They've got 5. Germany's
Italy.
got 4.
Sure.
Italy's got 4.
England.
They've got 1 way back in the day.
Defending champs.
Argentina.
They've got 3.
France.
They've got 2.
How many do I have?
You have 2 more to name.
The United States of America.
Shut up.
Spain.
Yep, they've got 1. Golden generation.
Portugal.
No, never won it. They have a Euro.
United States of America.
No. I don't think you're going to get this South American team.
I think
Uruguay.
Uruguay's got 2.
Did they win the first one?
I don't know.
Tali's Lopatu Mutumba.
But there are your 8
making that
teams. I have no idea.
Did they make the first one? And England didn't go to the first one or something like that? Can someone in the truck fact check me?
Yeah.
Yeah, England.
It's only on this show where we ask the truck to do.
I like referring it.
Well,
to
I'm gonna start, like,
park
behind
the
the
truck
glass?
in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's behind the glass. They're in the truck. I actually really like that, Evo. I'm stealing that.
Yeah.
Okay, last little tidbit for the A block here. Tiger Woods stepping away, going to miss the Masters. Says that he is going to seek treatment. Yeah, I mean, you know, not too surprising here.
Just woke up in Japan, another Tiger Woods car accident.
Stepping away, implying that he is walking and not in a vehicle.
Yeah, yeah. I would.
Did you want him to put in the press release that he's driving away at a high rate speed? I'm careening away. I'm careening down the highway of life.
You can never be too safe.
I mean, there's a statement right there.
I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. Listen. Tiger Woods, okay, the other day we had the Riggs video, we had the Dan Rappaport video, we made fun of those guys, but at no point has anybody made fun of Tiger Woods. It's obvious Tiger Woods needs some help, right? And it's obvious, I don't think there's a sports fan in the world that doesn't want Tiger Woods to be the Tiger Woods that we grew up with, to be better, to get through this. So there's nothing you can say about this other than hopefully this one sticks.
I think it's one of those situations where, kind of like Dave was saying on Monday, you can criticize like just not getting a driver, right? Like you're wealthy enough, like there's really no excuse for something like that. But you can also, I would think, really empathize with anybody in your life who's like battling addiction, and he's had a life where he's had so many injuries, which the only way to recover from these injuries are having to use pain pills and opioids, which are incredibly addictive. And so it's almost like one of those situations where, you know, however it started, he was kind of forced in some ways down a path that can just completely envelop you, really insidiously. And so, yeah, I think everybody really hopes that he can get better health-wise on a personal level.
I mean, once the dark side gets in you, it's like Spock, right?
Yeah.
Once the dark side got in Spock, he was unable to get the ring to Mordor, and that just changed the whole complexion of the whole thing.
Do y'all think we need to see Tiger play again?
I don't know. The pressure and the magnitude that comes with being Tiger Woods, I can't.
I mean, he's regardless of all this, he's 50, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
and his body's been breaking down for a while, and
his career, as we know it, is pretty much over.
Yeah, and it was
as we know it, as we know him to be the greatest.
Yeah. So, good luck, Tiger.
Forget about golf. Take care of yourself.
It's
tough,
yeah.
So why we got to worry about watching him play golf?
All right, guys, remember, if you want to get your questions in, go to Twitter, #AskWub. What do you think? Do you think you want to see Tiger play again? Or just ask us anything. We got some college basketball talk coming up next. Don't go anywhere. More. Whoa. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. It's time to talk about the competition that has the entire country completely enthralled. Not that I need to, but of course, I could only be referencing one thing. And that is the Wake Up Barstool College Basketball Picks Competition, in which every cast from every day was given a group of tiers of teams to pick.
Oh, we can keep it.
And then it was supposed to be scored, and well, would you look at that? Looks like me, Kadick, Dana Beers, and Megan know the most about basketball, guys.
No, that's not true at all. You guys simply inherited all of your picks.
Yeah.
They were handed to you.
Yeah, no, you guys had the pick of the litter, and look at who y'all took. Duke, Kansas, Texas Tech, Wisconsin.
You two had the first pick of the entire draft. You two did.
No. We weren't.
You two on Monday had the first pick.
Time out.
You had the first 4 picks.
We're not on the Monday. We recused ourselves from the Monday team.
All right.
Yeah, I sure did. Monday, I grabbed everybody by the throat and I said, hey, I don't care, Monday crew. We're taking Michigan. We're taking the Wolverines. And Dave's like, I don't know. I don't believe in my guys. I said, shut up, Dave. And I backhanded him across the face.
Yeah, tough look for Wednesday there. At least you beat Tuesday, guys.
Oh, sorry for believing in Duke. Sorry for believing in a roster.
Bill Self.
Sorry for believing in some of the best programs in the history of college basketball. My bad.
Are we the only team that has a first-round loss on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I think so.
We're the only team that had a first-round loss on there, huh?
It's okay.
Who picked Wisconsin?
Oh, BYU lost
BYU,
Monday
okay,
as well.
It's not that bad.
No, I mean, this is a wonderful, I've said it, but this is a commentary on the paradox of choice. Sometimes it's better to have
Do you
less
think
options.
that's looking too deep into it?
No, not at all. I think about it all the time in the streaming age that we live in.
Yeah.
Like, because you sit there and you're like, I want to watch something. And then you go through 30 different previews and an hour has passed and now I have no time to watch anything.
Yeah.
Like, life was a little simpler when I was forced to watch this thing because it was on television that night.
I think if you described to me streaming when I was 15 and said, this is the future, I would have said, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And now that we're here, I just watch YouTube countdowns of old video games every night.
Yeah, no, I know, dude. I mean, and it's like my kids, they just have no appreciation for getting to watch something at home that they should be excited about. Instead, it's this gluttonous buffet of, I want to watch this thing now. No, I want to jump to this thing now. And their attention spans are dwindling to just absolute nothingness. I mean,
What's your YouTube life like?
We always talk about what it does to kids, like the irreversible damage. And what about us?
yeah, no, I'm cooked.
I think I'm also ruined.
YouTube Shorts are seriously starting to burn my brain.
I don't do the shorts.
I've tried to avoid it. I need to cut
You're
them
YouTube Shorts
completely
user,
out of my
huh?
life. Me?
Yeah.
I've
always wondered who the end user is of that product, and I guess it's you.
Well, I mean, because I guess I don't do TikTok, but whatever. YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reel, short form videos are insidious. They have mapped out our brains. And yeah, it's really hard for me to like not click on that miniature painting video.
The long YouTube
Or like-
videos got me.
Or like Red Bull doing it. Well, yeah, long YouTube's awesome, right?
And while you're at it, make sure you go follow Brandon Walker on TikTok. The best short form content on the internet.
Very true.
Plugging you,
Are
right?
we gonna film
Yeah,
some
we're
more?
gonna film
Because
some
you haven't.
We got something.
You have been directing
We
very well.
got some.
All right, we got an impromptu Ask Wub here. Let's see what the internet wants to know. This comes from Ryan. Do you think Italy didn't qualify for the World Cup because they're currently focused on their baseball development
point.
programs?
Maybe this is actually, there's a nugget of truth here. Italy didn't have the United States to actually groom these players and to create these players. We just handed them a baseball team, right? We
Yeah.
said, here, all of these grandparents played or from Italy, you can have them. And they don't have a country to subsidize their soccer program.
So you're saying what the Italian soccer team needs is Vinny Pasquantino as striker.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be
Yes.
fantastic.
Were they even taking espresso shots after every goal? Probably not. Bad vibes. God, the U.S. team does not look ready for this. Good draw, though. We'll see what
went
ends
up
up
1-0.
happening. What's up?
They went up 1-0.
They lost 2-0 last night. The Portugal.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the Portugal game. I'm talking about the Belgium game. They went up 1-0.
Yeah, then they lost 5-2.
There's something to hang your hat on.
That is seemingly the most likely scenario, is that despite how good of a draw this is for the U.S., they don't even make it out of the group. But we'll see.
God.
We'll see.
We'll see. Hopefully.
Guys, we're making it out of the group.
Ah,
We're the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
We're making it out of the group.
Well, I hope you're right. All
If we
right.
don't, who cares? Just stop.
Y'all haven't.
we got hockey.
Y'all haven't gotten to get into the Final Four as much to react to Duke or anything. I mean, I think I want to look forward more to the games, but I'll allow this opportunity to get any
I'm not
thoughts on
talking
the chest
while
when
you're
it
showing
comes to
me.
Duke.
Okay, sorry.
Any thoughts of Duke, guys? Or any thoughts from the Elite Eight?
My thoughts of Duke are, I am so blessed to live in an era where Duke basketball is the chokingest chokers in college basketball.
3 years in a row.
I grew up, I was 12 years old in '91 when they won their first title. And I thought, oh, this is neat. They beat UNLV. I didn't see that coming. And then they won it the next year. I'm like, well, now, wait a minute. I don't know if I like this Leitner guy. And by the time they won their fifth, I just hated everything about life. I'm tired of Duke. I don't like Krzyzewski. I don't like the way they play basketball. I don't like anything about them. Now, we live in a society where Duke basketball can't get back to the top of the mountain, where no matter how talented they are, Cooper Flagg, Con Knippel, Zion Williamson, they can't get there. And it's just great.
Post-COVID has been great for people that hate the evil empires of sports in terms of watching their follies. Like the New York Yankees, maybe just Judge dropping that ball in center field.
I love this.
Or Duke basketball.
Alabama football.
Basically,
Alabama
since
football.
2021, Alabama football has not been good post-COVID. This has been an all-time 5-6 year run for people who derive pleasure from hate.
Is COVID the best thing that ever happened to sports?
It might be.
Brandon, that's a ticky-tock. That's an idea right there.
Don't ever say ticky.
Okay, but I do think this game in particular really signified all the people.
Oh, the Chiefs. There you go.
The Chiefs as well. All the people who are saying, oh man, this tournament sucks. This whole March Madness thing, it hasn't been great this year. We'll never get it back. The Cinderellas and all that. Like, all it takes is one banger of a game.
Yeah.
That's the greatest shot that I've ever seen in March Madness in my life. And this entire tournament now this year has been like insane simply because of this game. You just gotta wait. You gotta wait for the madness to fully kick in.
Patriots a better example in the NFL. I know they went to the Super Bowl fraudulently this year.
They had fallen off as well.
They've been garbage since COVID for the most part.
Italian soccer? No, but I think it was
But even when those teams like kind of re-attain that level of success, whether it be the Yankees in the World Series,
can't get to the top.
or the Dukes getting to the Elite Eight or the Final Four,
They touch it.
They have like masterful disasters. Like even the Patriots in this past Super Bowl got
destroyed.
smoked. So
Yeah.
it's been great for the haters out
Well, and to your point, Connor, on the
What a
quality,
time to be a hater, man.
there. There's never been a better time to
Oh
be
my
a hater.
God, I love hating.
to your point, Connor, as well on the kind of quality of the tournament. I think everybody's very pleased with these Final Four teams.
Oh yeah, this is insane.
I mean, these teams are so talented, so dialed right now. You have UConn make it, which ironically probably like advanced metrics would have as maybe the least team. I mean, them in Illinois, but like they're also the most experienced. They've won those championships. And then Arizona, Michigan feels like maybe the de facto national championship. So I would ask you this. Arizona, Michigan here, who's the bigger threat, UConn or Illinois?
UConn. And listen, Illinois is a threat. Illinois is very good, especially they've been a different team over the last half of the season as the freshman has gotten even better and better and better as we go along. And their coach is fantastic. They are a threat. But UConn's won 2 out of the last 3 national titles. UConn has Dan Earth. UConn has the best coach in the sport. UConn is unkillable. They are the bigger threat. I can see a world where Arizona beats Michigan or Michigan beats Arizona in a classic, and then Monday night they show up with dead legs and UConn and Hurley just coaches circles around them. I can see that world no problem.
Also, just the fact that UConn was terrible shooting the other day.
I know.
Started off 1 of 18. That will not happen again. Obviously Duke. They collapsed in that game. They gave the game away to UConn, but there was a lot that UConn could have done better. They'll be better shooting. They'll come out with more of an offensive attack in this next one.
But lesser coach teams don't hang around to steal that game.
Exactly.
There have been stretches this season for Illinois where I think they're like considered the greatest offensive basketball team in the history of basketball, according to like Bart Torvik. So if you're talking about a team that can get up and play an incredible game and have a puncher's chance against anyone, I think it's Illinois. I think they're a legitimate threat.
Are you on the payroll with Bart Torvik?
It's a fantastic website.
You mentioned
Fantastic
Bart
website.
Torvik a lot.
He loves data.
He does.
It's a
Ebo
very
loves
interesting way to watch the game on a spreadsheet. I love it. Best way to watch sports.
All right, guys, coming up next. It's pretty rainy this week, huh? But you know what they say? April showers bring May flowers.
Oh.
What teams that have been maybe traditionally a bit sad are due for a blooming of their own? Coming up next.
Onions?
Welcome back, guys. Spring has sprung, or is springing. And we all know, we all grew up hearing the phrase, April showers bring May flowers. And so we're going to apply that here on this new month of April to some sports teams, okay? Which teams have been traditionally very sad, very hard to root for, but there may be some evidence that hope could be springing eternal. Who's going to bloom over this next year? We've all come up with teams. We're going to pitch them. And I think just from looking at the document here, I think Ebo's, he's got the chalk. He's got the team that everybody kind of already knows. So, Ebo, you can go ahead and lead us off.
Of course, T-Bob. The fan base and team that has the most to be excited about right now is the Kent State dodgeball fans out there.
Yeah.
Guys like KB, Kent State dodgeball.
No, I'm not a fan. They were stealing attendance from the wrestling team.
Kent State dodgeball just defeated Grand Valley, the greatest team in the history of college dodgeball. They just took them down. They're up to number 3 in the country. They have not been to a Final Four since 2013. Kent State dodgeball is on the up and up, and they have a real chance to make the Final Four this year in college dodgeball. Shout out Kent State.
2013 is not that long ago.
It's a long time. The league is only 20 years old, T-Bob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And dodgeball, that's forever.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they vanquished Grand Valley State, who came here and made us look like a bunch of bozos.
We are a bunch of bozos.
Who's the Kent State? And you were pretty good at dodgeball, though.
I was all right, yeah.
Who's the Kent State superstar that's leading, that should make you believe that next year is going to be their year, this year?
Who knows?
Okay, great.
But shout out Kent State Dodgeball, they're back. I think they made the first Final Four, too, as well in 2005, but there were only 4 teams in the league.
Well, the good news is that's definitely going to be the dumbest entry in this group. There's not going to be one that's dumber than that.
And with that, we go to Connor Griffin.
Yeah, so in all fairness, I saw what Ebo was doing, and I was like, oh, shoot, I guess my original concept for this, I might have to change it a little bit. So my one team that should be very excited, they're definitely going to be on the upswing. It is the Kansas City Roos men's basketball team.
Okay, great, yeah.
Of course, referring to Kansas City Kangaroos. They were, I believe, 1-15 in the Summit League this year, 4-27 last place overall, 4-27 on the year. Not great. But if there is one thing I've learned is that we have a guy here at Barstool named Barstool Greg. And pretty much any basketball team that he touches immediately goes on the upswing. He picked Iowa for his Bracket Busters team, and they went on this crazy Elite Eight run. He's on a run himself right now. He's also, hometown Mizzou team. They went to March Madness. They made a run to the NCAA tournament. So I have a feeling in the backyard of Barstool Greg, right there, Kansas City, if he just sprinkles a little bit of the Barstool Greg magic on the Kansas City Roos, they might have a chance to really have a big momentum swing coming up in this next upcoming season.
Guys, did you catch that excellent broadcasting technique by Connor there to fatten up a relatively light point and trying to prove Mizzou basketball dominance? He said, they made the tournament and they made a run to March Madness.
Yes, they did. They did make a run. It was the Greg run.
The same exact thing, just framed with a couple of different words.
Do you know who the new head coach of Kansas City basketball is?
What's that?
Their new head coach?
No, who's the new Roos head coach?
Mark Turgeon, former head coach of the University of Maryland and of Wichita State.
Oh, wow.
And A&M?
And
Did I make that one up?
Jeremy, what did you want me to
sounds
ask
right.
Connor? Greg's original team? What was Greg's original team? Connor's original team.
Can I
before he did the Roos?
Can I do my answer?
Yeah.
Because these two guys made a mockery of this segment.
They did.
These two guys made a
I have a real
mockery.
one.
I have a real one as well.
All right, you go.
And I haven't told you.
are Kent State dodgeball fans not valid?
The Kent State graduate over there
He
didn't
just
like
say he's a
them.
rival.
Anyway,
We had to duel in the auxiliary gym, the second auxiliary gym, so they could use
were
the
two
first
auxiliary
auxiliary gym. Yes.
they displaced the wrestling team? How does dodgeball get more than wrestling?
It's funner to watch.
Okay, all right, fair. The Buffalo Sabres? Now, I don't know.
There we go.
I don't know enough of
They're already
hockey
blooming?
history. I'm new to really following hockey on a year in, year out basis, okay? So I do know that the Buffalo Sabres are not historically one of the better teams. I do know that historically, or over the last 15, 20 years, they haven't been great, but they are great this year. They're leading the league in points. They look like they are legitimate Stanley Cup favorites, and I think, right now, the Bills opening a new stadium, Cody getting married in Buffalo, and the Buffalo Sabres, great time to be Buffalo right now.
Everything's coming up,
What?
Frank.
I thought that the purpose of this was to take a team that's kind of down right now that could be up in
I'm
the
sorry.
next-
I'm sorry.
They're number
The
one in
way
the
I
NHL
understood
right
it, the way I understood it was teams that have been downtrodden. That this spring is full of hope. Who's got more hope right now than the Buffalo Sabres?
Kent State dodgeball.
I did it right. You did it wrong.
Maybe.
Producers, who did it right? Brenner or
no,
Connor?
I mean, technically.
They're top of the league right now.
It says, what's a team that's been awful that is sprouting new hope?
They're sprouting right now.
Then it says, pitch us a path to success in the next year or so.
They already have success. They're number one in the league right now.
Producers say they were thinking more along the lines of like the Pirates. So Buffalo already sprouted a bit here. So I think I'm the only one that actually did this correctly.
Maybe.
Because the answer is
You're just going to say an LSU team.
LSU basketball, guys. How about it? I mean, come on. Here's the thing about LSU basketball. Not very consistent, but better than you think. Okay, 4 Final Fours in the history. How about this? You think of LSU as a football school. They have 3 top 50.
I think of them as a baseball school.
They have 3 top 50 basketball players of all time. You got Bob Petty, you got Pete Maravich, you got Shaquille O'Neal, you got Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, who Chris Jackson in college, who really could have been that. Was he not one of the first ever players to be really blackballed by the NBA, like the true predecessor to somebody like Steph Curry? This is a very proud basketball tradition that has been god-awful in the modern era, except for when Will Wade was there. In the decade pre-Wade, they made the tournament once. When he was there, they made it 3 times in a row. He gets forced out. Now the prodigal son returns. F you, NC State. Suck it, nerds. Get your money up. LSU basketball is so back, dude. Lane Kiffin, Will Wade, LSU currently putting together. I mean, Coach Mulkey, who I dearly love, who many of y'all love to hate. LSU creating the infinity gauntlet of villain coaches, and I absolutely love it. LSU basketball is going to be not just good, they're going to be great going forward.
What a trio that is.
It's the cradle of the most hateable coaches.
Kiffin, Mulkey, Will Wade.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And what, nearly $200 million spent in the past year on sports? A reported $40 million.
You need to stop because I sat on this show and you were like, oh, we're not going to fire our coach. We don't have any money. And I said, shut up. LSU will find the money. If they have to rob whoever they got to rob, they'll find the money. Did they find the money?
Yeah, it's probably my worst take ever.
Yeah.
I had a fundamental misunderstanding of the fact that you can be a poor state demographically, but you have enough billion-dollar companies there, and then you get a governor who understands that if you want to keep the common people happy, you just try to make you win sports games. And, well, the rest is history.
If you were a non-LSU fan living in Louisiana right now, how would you feel right now, T-Bob, about spending $200 million on...
Well, that's the funny thing, Ebo. There actually are no non-LSU fans that live in Louisiana. I mean, everybody's all about the Tigers, dude. Shout out LSU.
Everybody who grew up in Louisiana is an LSU fan first.
Yeah.
Including people that fake Ole Miss fandom here at Barstool Sports.
Yeah, I would also, yeah. I mean, there's Saints as well, but yes. Anyway, shout out Will Wade, Return to the King, hope springs eternal.
I think the Sabres fit. They've been downtrodden forever.
We'll see.
Coming up next, the best segment we do every single
Sabres.
week, Griff-Ins and Outs. More Wake Up Barstool.
This again?
Yep, it's back, baby. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. I've got a fresh coffee. You should grab one yourself, guys. We got a lot of great show.
You didn't leave the show during the break.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You went and got coffee?
Yeah, I feel it.
No, I don't want to touch your coffee.
Yeah, it's hot and warm. It smells great. What a blessed world we live in where I can just press a button and have a coffee. All right, let's get into it, though. It's time for my favorite segment every single week. It's time for Connor's Griff-Ins and Outs.
Thank you, T-Bob.
Connor, what do we got?
What are we taking in from last week that we loved, the stuff we're leaving behind? The first thing that we're taking with us, it's diehard fandom.
Yeah.
Too many times people like to poo-poo, like, oh, you like sports and you're whatever.
Yeah, clavicular.
There's nothing better. He's a big one. There's nothing better than being a diehard fan, even though sometimes it can come back to bite you. There was a UConn fan who was celebrating so hard after the Braylon Mullins shot the other day. He was jumping up and down. He tore his Achilles. Immediately had to be rushed to the hospital, and there will be people in his life telling him, dude, you tore your Achilles over a basketball shot. I respect this guy a lot, and I respect him sharing this because it is kind of embarrassing, but that's what being a diehard fan is all about. It's laying it all out there on the line for your team.
What is going on with the torn Achilles?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like the KFC China of injuries.
Yeah.
Which just exploded in popularity in the last couple of years.
Okay, I was wondering. Okay, I just
The Achilles is having a moment. You're right. The Achilles has been everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, is that attributed to long-term wear and tear from kids who started at a young age playing at a high level, or what? There has to be something more to it because fans are getting their Achilles torn. Survivor contestants, what's going on?
Well, hey, that actually plays perfectly into my first out, which is the electrical substation theory is out. Because the 49ers forever, there were people saying that the 49ers were cursed. All these players were tearing their Achilles, tearing ACLs, and it was believed that it was because they played so close to that electrical substation and it was causing weakness in their bodies and everything. 49ers, they ran an operation. They had a scientist come in, and he concluded that, yeah, this is a big nothing burger.
A scientist
listen,
with
man.
45 years of experience with how electromagnetic fields
An independent
affect human
scientist.
health.
The word scientist can just be a catch-all and just be, if they just put the word scientist in there, then it makes it seem like everything's legit. We hired a scientist. People don't like work in science. They work in little pockets of science.
But his pocket was electromagnetic
They
fields.
just said we hired a scientist.
And
That could mean anything. They could have
listen-
hired a botanist.
Listen, as we know from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, science is a liar sometimes. So we'll see.
Fair. Also, shout out that UConn guy keeping the jersey on in the hospital.
That is very true. Yes, that was a good touch. My next in, I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. It's omens. The New York Mets.
I love omens.
The New York Mets, they started off their season. First of all, the national anthem singer botched the national anthem.
Ooh.
And then in right field to start the game, there was we'll call it an injured bird, although it might have been deceased. That was just out in right field. They had to come scoop it up, take it off the field. Is this a good omen? Is this a bad omen? I'm reading very much into it. I think omens are a big thing, and I believe in them in sports. But I don't know if this is a good or a bad one.
Will they cancel out?
That's what some people are saying.
What killed
Two
the bird?
negatives make a positive.
I think it was a hawk.
A hawk killed the bird, or it was a hawk?
I think a hawk preyed upon a smaller bird, and it might have dropped it in right field.
I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb here and say, given the combined fact that it's the New York Mets, it's not
But they're good.
a positive omen.
They're going to be good.
Well, they should be.
Yeah, okay.
They should be.
All right,
And their hopes, which are soaring high, will fall dead in right field. Just wait until later in the season when there's a massive gotta have it moment and it's like a dropped ball right where the bird died.
Yeah. I can't wait to see 215-pound Frank Fleming just pissed. the
Looking
Mets-
great.
Yeah,
He
just
does look
looking
great.
great, looking buff.
Shout out to Frank,
Shout out Frank, that's an in.
the man. Frank, very much in. Out though,
Fitting close in.
it's tardiness. Tardiness is out.
Oh, there goes Ben Mintz.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that, Brandon. Todd Monken, in his very first NFL coaches group photo, was not in it.
Good God. I was wondering why he wasn't there.
The reason, allegedly, I think this is what he said, was that he was getting a haircut for the group photo, but he didn't time it up properly. So he was getting his haircut as this was going on, and then he comes out and he's asking around. I'm like, dude, we took the picture 20 minutes ago.
Is this a photo you need to get a haircut for? It's not
No.
a tight shot.
Well, okay.
The only thing that matters is if Big Cat says it looks like he didn't get a haircut in his blog.
True. It's not a tight shot, but we live in the age of the LaFleur,
Yes.
where every single new coach is just Matt LaFleur.
People are getting hotter.
And they're all high and tight, and they're all faded up. So, yeah, he probably felt some pressure. He should have just gone full McCarthy.
There's not enough variety in clothing color here either.
A lot of blue.
It's spring, I don't know.
Yeah.
But a shout out Mike McCarthy. Like, between the crying press conference, between this picture, I am really starting to love Mike McCarthy. That's a good omen.
Yes.
For this coming up Steelers season.
I would agree. And shout out to Big Cat, who obviously breaks that all down. Check out his blog. And then my last in is accountability. I don't know exactly what these Philly mascots did to deserve this tongue lashing, but they were all caught on the street getting a stern talking to from this woman. The fanatic sticks his tongue out at her, and she just completely shuns him away. Shout out to Fang, by the way, in the back, the mascot of the Philadelphia Union. I just saw this video. I thought it was fun. Accountability, very much in. Even if you are a beloved Philadelphia sports mascot, you got to take some accountability when needed.
I like the idea.
This is why this is the worst segment of all time.
I like the idea that this might be an actual serious conversation.
I think it is.
But the fanatic is such a method actor that he's still just like.
Yeah, she boots him out.
And Gritty's eyes are just bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
He went full Jar Jar Binks right in her
no.
face, dude.
Also, I assume they're not breaking character and not talking, right? They're not.
I hope
know.
they're
There's
not.
got to be like a mascot code that says in this situation, even when facing like police questions.
Stop discussing it. It's a nothing mascot video, and he just
All right,
shoehorned it
no,
in.
wait, Brandon.
fantastic.
Where's your
It's
whimsy?
fantastic.
Brandon, you know what?
Where's your imagination?
We'll just get to the last one. Yeah, guys, this is sad to say, but my last out is the Griff-Ins and outs.
Wait, why?
Because we did brand ons and offs last week, and Fox got back to us, and they said that we don't need the Griff-Ins and outs anymore. So I didn't want to break it to you beforehand, but this is the last one. This is the last one, and I appreciate it, guys, but that's it for the Griff-Ins and outs. We're not doing it anymore. So.
It's my favorite segment, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's not Brandon, so clearly he's fine with us just
Wow.
letting
Hope
the
you're
segment
happy,
go.
Brandon. I
Connor,
hope you're happy.
what do you want me to say to that? Do you want me to get down on my knees and beg for Griff-Ins and outs to continue? Do you want me to say that secretly it was always my favorite thing and that our playful banter back and forth gave me reason to show up every Wednesday? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Because that's what I'll do if that's what you want.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear, Brandon, because this is what I have to say right here. April Fools. It's coming back.
We got
The show goes on. Griff-Ins and outs. Back next week. Brandon's favorite segments.
Suck it, Brandon.
Or is that
nerd.
April Fools? Is this very meta April Fools and this is also a fool?
We're partying. Griff-Ins and outs lives on.
All right.
This entire show sucks.
Coming up next hour, it's time to talk some baseball.
Oh, here we go.
With Evo.
That's what we
I
needed.
think we can take the teeny out of the tiny. It's baseball season.
segment. Yeah, but this could be an extra large.
Not in that hilariously huge vest.
I love these lights.
Wake Up Barstool.
When did we get the lights?
We've had the lights. Carson's just been chomping, stamping at the bit. Guys, massive news, and this is no April Fool's. I just learned. So, Vacation Bob's in full effect. You know, we don't travel during football season, so I'm actually not going to be here Friday. Unfortunately, Connor, you're going to
Again?
be feeling it. Yeah.
What contract do you have? I have to be here all the time.
I look, it's the last time. I'll be here all summer for July Hammer World Cup, but
People around here, man.
family trips, got to go with family. Yes.
I'm not going to be here Friday.
Okay,
I'm
well,
going to
never
be in
mind.
Indianapolis.
We'll figure it out. Anyway.
But
The point is, my family already left today, this morning for vacation. I just learned my daughter left her Switch 2 at the house. What does that mean? Your boy's gonna get a full 5-hour plane ride with the Switch 2. Pokemon Pokepia. It's time for me to build up that Poke Center, baby. Give me some.
You're starting off a segment on a national sports show with your 8th vacation in as many months.
That's so untrue. That's
and-
so untrue. It's my second vacation since I started working here.
You just started working here like 6 weeks ago.
Oh, no, that's also untrue. It's nearly been a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Good for you.
No, in June. I guess I'm doing a little bit of stolen valor there. Whatever.
That's nearly a year.
I'm really excited, though.
you went through a full pregnancy, 9 months.
Oh, but am I going to play Pokepia or Donkey Kong Bonanza? I don't know. I've heard Bonanza's so good. I can't wait.
I might have to get on Donkey Kong Bonanza.
It's looks.
I'm open to any Bonanza. Just that's something that I'm very interested in.
Bonanza's
fun
a good
word.
word we don't use enough.
It's a fun word.
Yeah.
You know what else is fun? Baseball. Baseball's in full swing.
Call us baseball.
What?
Call us baseball Bonanza.
Oh, okay, yes. And we have renamed the Ebo Teeny Tiny Baseball segment to Ebo's Baseball Bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
That's way better.
Good job,
Way
man.
better.
We need some lights in here, Carson?
Yeah, come on now. Ebo, take it away. What are the main stories coming out of the majors that we should all
This
be
is good. This is
in on?
good. Something I have my eye on. The New York Yankees.
Great job,
We are
Raph.
5 games into the season. They have given up 3 runs.
Yeah, I've heard this.
They have a very loaded pitching staff. They may
Right,
not
we have
even
a
need
season,
Aaron
don't
Judge.
worry.
They could probably send him to Scranton if they want. Or
Am I
New Jersey
right?
or Trenton.
Am I right or wrong? Garrett Cole hadn't pitched yet,
That's correct.
and they're still doing this. Slittler,
Max Fried.
Max Fried's been great.
Bullpen's been good.
Why are they? Why,
Ball,
we knew they
Durant,
were. We knew they'd be a very pretty
Bednar.
good team, but they're doing this. They're doing this to the Mariners. The Mariners were an out away from the World Series
Yeah.
last year.
So, obviously, like, this rate is unsustainable.
Correct.
And baseball is full of ebbs and flows and streakiness. But if you were to make a take today, would you say that this is actually more indicative of, like, the quality of the staff? Like, is this just a complete outlier that's going to collapse inward on itself? Or at the end of the year, will we be looking up and be like, yeah, the strength of this Yankees team was pitching?
I know the thing we're supposed to do on here is come out here and give strong takes. I refuse to do that about baseball 5 games into the season.
That's fair. That was a conversation.
There's like just no way you can make a catch-all assessment about a team 5 games into it.
So the Red Sox have been awful.
Yeah.
The Yankees have been great. I think there's several teams that were expecting to be here that have started slow. Several teams that expect to be here have started hot. So, but you're right. Five games is nothing. It's one turn through the rotation.
Yeah.
But are the Yankees the best at stealing early season headlines?
Oh,
With
good
With
question.
the bats
The
last
torpedo
year.
bats, offensively, now
Oh, I
pitching
forgot about
wise.
torpedo bats.
People, they
I mean,
really
there's people on
attracted the
national
Yankees.
TV asking if Aaron Judge is washed up. I mean,
Which, yeah, by the way, totally overstated. Thank goodness you weren't here for that last week.
No, but you said that.
I didn't
That's
say he
what
was
you-
washed.
You asked AJ Pierzynski in front of God and everybody if Aaron Judge is washed because he went 0 for 4 on opening
I
day.
didn't say
That's what you said. That's
said-
what you said.
I said there's a narrative, and there are a lot of people hating Aaron Judge because he didn't show up in the World Baseball Classic, and on top of the fact that he already has this reputation of not playing well in big moments when people are watching, and then on opening day when everybody's watching that one game, he has 4 strikeouts.
So you just said it again.
I was just saying that's
While
part of the
explaining what you
equation.
didn't say, you said it.
Forget about the
Yeah,
4
that's true.
strikeouts. Just focus on the fact that Aaron Judge is a very hated guy. What's the deal with that?
So
Essentially my
the thing about the
question.
Yankees that I find frustrating is you look at this potential rotation, and Yankees fans had the 22nd highest hope of all MLB fan bases in the entire league.
Yankees fans are lying.
That made me angry.
Yeah, Yankees fans.
That's like I've been miserable my whole life. We didn't make the playoffs like the first 16 years of my life as an Orioles fan, and you have this potential rotation and you can't be happy or hopeful. That really grinds my gears.
Who's the other team that if the Yankees are off to a hot start and everybody's like, oh, yay, Yankees. Who's another team that everybody's like, yay, this team?
You want a team that's off to a fun start, a
Yes.
hot start, and especially fun because of the jerseys they wore the other day. The Miami Marlins
Yeah.
are young and fun. They're wearing the teals.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cabrera trade for Casey, maybe a win for them. I don't know.
Might be
Stephen Shea is chopping up as a win for the Marlins so far. So
I mean, Cabrera was great the other day, too,
Yeah.
for the Cubs.
might be a win-win for both
Might be a
teams.
win-win.
Rare win-win. And Kyle Stowers coming back. I mean, this is a good, potentially fun Marlins team.
The A's are fun, too, right?
Yeah. Also, a team that he is familiar with, and I am familiar with. Both our teams have played them. I don't know if their lineup will hold up, but the Rangers could be interesting again. A little bounce
Really?
back. They
The
sold off some
Rangers?
parts, but Corey Seager back, maybe healthy. The lineup's not the craziest in the world, but it might get the job done.
Marlins do this like once
DeGrom
every
stays
5
healthy.
years, once a decade.
I mean, last year they were punching above their weight a little bit. They might be the same thing.
I
this
feel
year.
like the Marlins always do this. They're always a little bit when they bottom out, they're better than you think they are when they
Yeah.
bottom out. And then all of a sudden you get used to them bottoming out, and then they're pretty good.
Yeah.
And then all their players go to the Yankees.
Okay, what about this, Ebo? Because I want to respect, you're right. Like, we don't want to make any grandiose takes here this early in the season. Will the Dodgers ever not be in first place?
What
What are they?
Wire to wire.
They're up.
They'll
two
go
games
wire to
in the
wire.
West already.
They'll go wire to wire.
So you do feel confident in saying that, even with your earlier statement.
I mean, it's just like I operated under the assumption the Dodgers will go wire to wire. Now we make it a crazy year like we're the Giants.
Well, the
a couple
Giants
years ago
got-
won the division with like 114, 113 wins or whatever it was.
The Giants got swept with the Yankees, and then they responded to that by they're just beating the crap out of the Padres right now.
Yeah.
So like the rest of the division is already kind of just eating itself while the Dodgers are chilling. Otani's last night 7 strikeouts and shutout innings. Like, yeah,
Rocky's
just-
already basically out of the equation.
The only hope here for the Dodgers not doing it again is just some hot team catching them in October. They have a mediocre series, and the hot team sneaks out of there with it.
Health.
You know what my favorite thing is when like one of your favorite teams seems to have the same hobbies as you do. Like it's like I think a lot about like the Saints and their musical culture and whatnot. And so I was really happy for you, Brandon, when I saw that the Brewers also appeared to be interested in underage teen boys. As they have signed a 13-year-old prospect out of the Dominican Republic. That's awesome, Brandon. I know you had to be pumped up. The Brew Crew.
Can we clarify what you mean that I'm interested in underage teen
Now I
boys?
kind of get it. Yeah.
No, right.
Yeah, I think he was pretty cogent with that. Yeah.
Sure. But just for the people at home who might be like eating their cornflakes and a little groggy-eyed, can we clarify what you mean by that?
I mean, we're all kind of into teen boys. We love college sports. And we love like blue chip recruits and whatnot.
And also, can I just stop this narrative right now? I live on the Wisconsin line. The Brewers are the closest team to me. I go
Yeah.
see the Brewers. And that is convenience only. I am a Braves fan. The Braves have zero ties to the city of Milwaukee. I am a Braves fan, nothing to do with Milwaukee.
Yeah, they were the Milwaukee Braves, right? Yeah, right. In the past.
Okay, all right.
Not even talking.
Anyway.
That's your opinion.
Okay, all jokes aside and pedophilic jokes.
It's a good start to the morning.
Maximiliano Felice, 13-year-old out of the Dominican Republic, signs a pre-agreement with the Milwaukee Brewers, a $2 million bonus. Like, you want to know why the DR cares so much, why they give a damn, why the culture is so enveloped in baseball? It's because of stories like this, where like this kid has now been able to change his life, and who knows if it'll, what will come of it. But shout out Maximiliano, that's awesome, dude. We love to see it. Ebo, what else do we leave off on the baseball bonanza?
Right here, this is I think something that's sweeping baseball, I guess, is players getting bought out of their arbitration years. Essentially, teams trying to get a bargain on free agency years for players, so they're giving them long-term deals. And then guys that haven't even played in the big leagues are getting this. Cole Emerson is the most recent one. But like Shane Baz with the Orioles got bought out of his arbitration years recently. It's an interesting trend.
I don't understand.
Are these teams trying to position themselves for when the lockout happens and the agreement, whatever agreement on the other side is different?
That I'm not sure of. Maybe that is what's going on, but they are essentially getting arbitration years instead of having to pay a guy that maybe overperforms like 18 to 20 million, or you get a Scooble situation, you get him for 9 million.
So I know that I know the story. I've read like a headline, but I don't think the average person maybe knows what happened with Colt Emerson recently. So he played a couple of minor league games?
Yes, no MLB service time. He's signed to a long-term deal with the Mariners.
8 years, like 50
I think the
something?
Phillies might have been the first team to do this back in the day with Scott Kisner or something like that. What was
Kingery?
Kingery, yeah. Scott Kingery signed a long-term deal
$95 million,
with
8
no
years,
MLB service time.
How'd you get Kingery out of Kisner?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a K. Yeah, makes sense.
Andrew Knizner is a player.
One of the great utility men of our generation.
Ebo, when are we going to see Connor Griffin?
Oh, yeah.
I think the report is very soon, as of this week. We might see Connor Griffin.
So I would argue we've got enough Connor Griffin already.
Yeah, he had a big week last week.
Yeah. So you mentioned the Yankees off to a great start. Who's the opposite of the Yankees? I mean, the Red Sox are stumbling. They look awful. Their fans are already turning on them. The Padres are 1-4. Like, are those the two?
I would say, yeah, I guess the Red Sox. I mean, Roman Anthony last night struck out 0 for 4.
0 for 4
Had
strikeouts.
a couple 3-pitch strikeouts. Like, it's tough.
Roman Anthony's on my fantasy league team in the fantasy league that I'm in with you, where I'm first place by a mile.
Yep. End the season.
Yeah, I'm Roman Anthony's on my team, and he's not very good.
Good God, look at that, dude. The Dodgers. I mean, second best
230.
odds of Mariners. You get plus 1,000.
Well, so we were talking about the lockout happening and everything. What would it take for the MLB to not reach a lockout? What would save the league? Would it just be the Dodgers not winning?
They announced yesterday that their war chest for paying players in a labor stoppage is up to like $400-something million, which is much higher than it was the last time around. So
Good God.
they may be prepared to just kind of take this through the summer, which sucks. I mean, baseball is like an American institution. It's the best TV show. It's there every day at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
For you. It sucks.
Lockouts on the horizon.
Wow, that was a
referees.
baseball bonanza.
That was a baseball bonanza.
Yeah.
That was very good. Thank you, Ebo. Coming up next, guys, given that it is the day of jokes and tomfoolery, let's get into some of the biggest jokes in sports. Coming up next here on Wake Up
Griff-Ins
Barstool.
and outs again?
Come on, man.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. So we just had our baseball bonanza. It was quite fun. If you're watching, maybe like, wait, I feel like there was a baseball story that was maybe left out there that's been making the rounds on the news cycle and social media. Well, right now, in a homage to April Fool's Day, it's time to talk about the biggest jokes in sports. We're going to head back to baseball. Ebo, who's your biggest joke in sports today?
The unquestionable 1-1 biggest joke in sports right now is CB Buckner.
It's been a tough
CB
48.
Buckner has had
48.
the worst work week of anyone in America.
Yeah.
The last week. He has, at one point, had 2 straight strike 3 calls overturned, 26 missed calls in one game behind the plate. And then last night, he is umpiring first base in the Brewers game. And he calls the guy out for not touching first base. He is not looking at first base. He is staring off into space. He says that Jake Bauers does not touch first base here. He's not even looking at the base. Jake Bauers very clearly touches first. He called Jake Bauers out. They had to review this. I would say there's a chance that CB Buckner is not umpiring baseball games by the end of April.
63 years old. Aren't we seeing some of the early data that like the old heads are kind of struggling in the
He
ABS
stepped
era?
all over that thing.
Blatantly stepped on
Might
the
as well
bag.
slid into it.
The worst part is the two managers laughing afterwards with one another.
You couldn't have stepped on that base any more than he stepped on it.
And
I don't know. We might have to zoom in there, Brandon. That's close. Yeah, I think he got it.
His eyes aren't even on the bag.
Well, that's how you retain plausible deniability. He can come out and be like, guys, I wasn't watching the play.
But why
Everybody's
would-
mad at me. I wasn't watching. What do you want me to do?
Why on earth make that call?
We've known.
Look, I mean,
CB
that's sad, dude.
We, as the viewer, have known CB Buckner to be terrible for a long time, and now he's being undressed, basically on the stage that is in person.
Okay, but obviously coming into the season for umpires, you had to know it was going to be the spotlight was going to be tougher this year. It was going to be with ABS. You're going to have some situations where you make a call, you miss it. But I got to think first base or umpiring any of the bases right now with ABS going on at the plate so much has got to be like a night off for these guys. You gotta
that's
be
a good point.
You got to be showing up to the stadium like, oh, I got first base tonight. Thank God.
Yeah.
And then he pulls this.
Yeah.
We're like,
That's
CB, I know last night was rough, man. You know, head over to first. You just relax a little bit tonight. Yeah.
Look,
No one
where
in
are his eyes right now?
No one in the picture is looking at first base, so maybe that's what it was. They all just trusted. They go, oh yeah, the umpire, of course. If he's saying it, must be true.
Yeah, I the easiest rule in sports for an umpire is call what you see and don't call what you don't see. And he didn't see that, and he still called it. And that's, listen, if ABS is going to result in some bad umpires getting weeded out of the game, good.
Well,
And Angel Hernandez, is he the luckiest person ever to have gotten, he got out last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, he got out a year or two ago.
Yeah, okay, so imagine him in this area.
I was going to ask who's the one umpire you think of as the worst.
It's
That would
CB
be-
Buckner.
But
it was Angel
all
Hernandez.
time. Okay, yeah.
Because I feel like Angel Hernandez and CB Buckner are probably the equal amount of not very good. But Angel Hernandez had like an ego about it,
Yes.
would be confrontational about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading. I don't remember that with CB Buckner as much.
He was very vocal about certain
good news for CB. He's back behind the plate tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, get back on
Redemption.
that horse, baby.
I would love to see Joe West in the ABS era.
Well,
That
so
was another one.
did you? There was a very funny clip. I don't know who he was sitting down with, but yeah, it was with AJ Przinsky, and basically Cowboy Joe West was just talking about how look, it's crazy, but lucky for me, I never missed a call.
the concept of
And in his 4 decades,
Yeah.
however long, he never missed it. That's like
the
Cowboy
idea of
Joe's
someone
the
whose
best.
job is to be objective, having like a loud personality and being very subjective,
very
is very fun.
I like it though. I don't know. I personally do like it a little bit.
I mean, umpires are probably the most personality among officials in sports, right?
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football personality is just like he has big biceps.
Yeah. Correct. Yes.
Then make them be mascots. Modern baseball umpiring is the most inexplicable thing in sports to try to explain to, say, like a level-headed alien. That human error is not just tolerated, but fundamental to the whole sport.
Yeah. It's not a bug, or it's not a bug. It's a feature.
Where people so meticulously obsess over little stats, like error is not just tolerated, but necessary.
Kind of celebrated, yeah.
Good.
We've had Bluetooth for 3 decades. What even is Bluetooth?
Yeah, we fight for errors. We were like, we need more error in the game. We need human error in the game because that's the game. And I don't understand it. Also, when aliens do land here, do you think any of them be level-headed?
That's a good question. Probably not. They'd probably just think, okay, I don't really find that to be too unfair. But
They're probably going to be tired when they get here.
yeah.
I can't imagine they'd be level-headed.
Did y'all know? So you know the Bluetooth symbol? You know that's a Viking rune, named after Harold Bluetooth, an old Viking who adopted Christianity and kind of took over a lot of Scandinavian tribes and united them in a way. And
You
sort of
believed in
increased
April Fool's joke, I think.
Communications between everybody else, and so that's like where the people who invented Bluetooth, they're kind of shouting out that increased kind of lines of trade and communication.
That's interesting. Tell me more about Viking life.
Shout out Harold Bluetooth.
You're 100% right, yeah.
All right, Connor, who's the biggest joke in sports?
He's out of sports right now. He's no longer the Mavs GM, but Nico Harrison is still catching strays. He was fired in November. He was caught recently in an airport and it was not a private jet. It was a regular commercial airline that he was using, and somebody said this is what happens when you trade away Luka Doncic. And Mark Cuban reposted that video on his Instagram. It's no longer there anymore. But yeah, he still catches strays. Luka Doncic just had the highest scoring month. There it is. Trading Luka made you go from private jet to public airlines. He's just trying to enjoy his life and live and do what he's doing. But he will always, I mean, to the grave, he will be the guy who traded away Luka Doncic. And Luka just had the highest scoring month in Lakers history. Beat Kobe Bryant for the most points scored in 1 month.
42 last night.
Yes, he's been on a tear.
They're number 3 seed in the West. Luka's doing special things. Luka's been on an incredible tear. However, Cooper Flagg is going to win Rookie of the Year. Him or Concanipple, he's right there. He's one of the best players.
Yeah, but that's not on Nico. He doesn't get credit for that.
But he put him in position to do it.
It was a
They
crazy,
got a very
But
long
it happened. But it happened. But it happened.
Yeah, but you have to be able to take a step back and say, okay, how much of this was skill and how much was luck? And the Mavs getting that first overall pick was a majority luck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he blew up a finals team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he thought Luka was too fat.
Terrible decision. Terrible decision. I don't know that I'm sitting here. I want to make fun of a guy for getting on a public plane.
I was going to say, I don't want to shame him for flying domestic. Flying's incredibly expensive.
Yeah, no.
Sucks ass.
Guy
right
was
now.
probably in security for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But
Also, did I miss the pre-show planning? Because I don't have a biggest joke in sports today. Did I miss the pre-show group text?
yeah, you must have missed the biggest joke in sports. But lucky for you, Brandon,
Yeah.
we have a few on here that we can bandy about. Jerry Reinsdorf is on the list here.
Why?
He's just always being.
What about Duke basketball? Can we do that again? That was fun.
What are the funniest punchlines of Duke basketball?
The last 3 tournaments.
Okay. What are the best punchlines?
Well, I don't know. I just
Like when John Shire's coach?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Got punched in the line?
I don't know if I'm understanding. I don't know if I'm.
Okay, all right.
That's
So
good,
in
Evo.
the North Carolina game.
Yeah.
the
Punch
line
in the
after the game,
handshake.
there was a fake punch. that he's-
I got there. But
It was so subtle and good that I didn't get it at first, and I'm a genius.
Tua Tagovailoa feels a little mean to Tua, but
Yeah, and also.
Yeah.
kind of
Man's
joking.
had enough concussions where we can't call him a joke.
Yeah, he's been through a lot. I don't know if
Jerry Jones.
I think he's lived an incredibly successful life, and I envy owning the
Okay.
Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. I think I've got one. Aaron Glenn. He literally said at the NFL owners' meetings that Geno Smith is going to lead them to the promised land. A year off of one of the worst first seasons that we've ever seen in our entire lives where they don't record an interception.
But what's he gonna say?
Yeah.
Geno Smith sucks and I suck. I can't wait to get fired and get my buyout money. I got the biggest joke in sports. You ready?
Yeah.
Will Wade.
What?
Will Wade was glazed by you earlier. How about a coach who gets run out of town from LSU, who the FBI was setting up and looking at him, and LSU didn't have the stomach to stand by him, so they say, get out of here, we can't have you anymore. And he goes and he rebuilds his image at McNeese State, and he gets a good job at NC State, a better job than LSU. And
Not
he's
true.
there, and he turns his back on NC State, go running back into the arms of the very ones that didn't want you in the first place. What are you doing, Will Wade? That's my question.
Did want him. The people loved him. Scott Woodward did not, and Woodward was very good in a lot of ways.
LSU turned him out and said,
But
go, get out of here.
the
And he
NCAA
came right back. NC State said, hey, come on, coach. Please lead us to the promised land. He came for 1 year and then skedaddled.
Yeah, you know why? Because Baton Rouge is actually awesome. And it's not one of those surface. See, exactly. I know what you're saying. It's not a
Raleigh's
tourist
better
thing.
than-
It's not one of those surface
Baton
level
Rouge
things.
is not.
It's not one of those surface level things that you're going to show up and appreciate. Yeah, it is. Living there is awesome.
I've been in the
You
SEC
don't
a
get
long
it?
time. Baton Rouge is not great. It's not
That's
top
fine.
half of the SEC.
Lane Kiffin left Oxford because it's boring as hell.
Lane Kiffin left Oxford for a whole lot of money.
Baton Rouge is awesome. You
A lot
know
of
if you
potholes
live
in
there.
Baton Rouge.
Yeah, so what?
I've never
We
been
live in a
there.
marsh, Ebo. All right, guys, welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. And right now, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome on college football's #1 media personality.
All right, I'll
according to
leave.
part of my take.
I'll leave.
According to part of my take, right? Isn't that?
That's not. No.
What's the official title?
I think
according to
that's
part
White
of my
Boy
take?
Rick's title, actually.
Yeah.
So I can't remember.
Just
but
bring Tim on the show. Let's go.
Tom Fornelli. Tom, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining us today. host of Cover 3 podcast. Tom, what's up, babe? How we doing?
The proper title is the #1 college football expert, for pardon my take.
Okay,
not the guy that lives in the same building with them and is just down the hall that they could have on any time. No, it's the guy who actually knows what he's talking about, Tom Fornelli, the guy who beat Brandon Walker 17-4.
By the way, we're
competition this
1-1 in those competitions. I won the first year handily, so don't act like this isn't. We got the rubber match coming up soon.
Who's winning on aggregate?
Me.
I am by like 12.
I am by like 11.
Okay, I know. Okay, it feels like somebody's lying. Anyway, Tom, congratulations are in order. I mean, we can get into some college football stuff, but how about the Illini, dude? Final Four, what a run. How we feeling today? Sure, your heart is bursting at the seams right now.
You know, in an odd way, it hasn't really sunk in yet. Like it happened obviously over the weekend, and I was very excited about it, but it hasn't really dawned in on me because I haven't kind of started feeling the terror that I know is going to be coming as Saturday's game approaches, because this is the first time that Illinois has been to the Final Four since 2005. It's been a while. We've had a couple close calls. The couple years ago in the Elite Eight, UConn put that 30-0 run on us, which kind of scarred me for life, but we were able to get past Iowa this time over there. So there's excitement, but it is the fact that the team that is awaiting for us once we get to Indianapolis on Saturday is the UConn team that put the 30-0 run on us. So I can't lie. There's a part of me that is very, very happy to be there, but there's a larger part of me that is very, very, very scared of what's going to happen.
Tom, what about this? The style of basketball that this Illinois team plays. Ebo was talking about it earlier. At times, they've been like maybe the most, from like an analytics standpoint, like the most impressive offense in almost college basketball history. It's also very ethical style, right? What they don't steal the ball, and there's one other. I think maybe it's that they don't foul. It's been a very fun team to watch.
Yeah, it is. It's very interesting because the funnest part, honestly, all season long has been every single time we win a game, the other team complains about how the referee screwed them when they don't realize that it is just the entire style, the way Illinois plays. They're not reaching for the ball. They're not being aggressive, trying to take it away from you. They just have a bunch of 7-footers stand there with their arms straight up in the air and have you try to shoot over them, which is often not going to get called for foul. So they are very ethical defensively, but the offense really is the show for what they do. They are the most efficient offense in the country, according to Ken Palm. And really all they're doing is they're running the same offense the Oklahoma City Thunder run. Like they just basically stole it. Keaton Vogler, the revelation, the true freshman that kind of came out of nowhere, who not even Illinois thought was going to be this good. He's basically playing the SGA role where everybody else just spreads it around. He dribbles in, kicks out for three, or gets the layup, and that's just how it works. And they've been very, very good at it. It's been exciting to watch. It's been fun to watch. And honestly, I mean, considering how Big Ten sports typically go, to be rooting for a team that scores points and scores a lot of them, it's a new feeling I'm still getting used to.
Tom, you referenced your major blowout of Brandon Walker, 17-4 in the Pardon My Take competition. Would you consider this a bit of a safety issue for you two to be on the same show right now?
I definitely think this is a safety issue for Brandon because I just don't want to see him get hurt anymore. In fact, I've had conversations with Big Cat and PFT about maybe we shouldn't let Brandon on the show anymore because after his performance this year in the playoff, like, do we really need to be giving spots away to these smaller school guys like Brandon Walker? I don't know. It's an ongoing conversation. Brandon, we're thinking about you. We don't want you to get hurt.
Brandon?
All I know is Mississippi State beat Illinois with a dead guy coaching.
I mean, that's technically true.
That's all I know. That's all. A couple of years ago, we won a bowl game with a dead guy on the sidelines.
Connor?
Well, I wanted to ask Tom about the whole Big Ten SEC rivalry in football. Pretty clearly, the Big Ten has surpassed the SEC. Now it looks like in hoops, the Big Ten dominated the SEC in the tournament this year. Is there a pressure for either Illinois or Michigan, do you think, to win a national championship this year in hoops to really solidify the Big Ten as the next conference in college basketball on top of already dominating college football?
I think for the grander conversation among fans, there probably is. I personally don't care. Like, all I want to happen is for Illinois to win the national title. Yeah. I don't like if Illinois loses to UConn and then Michigan goes and beats UConn by 30. I'm not going to be like, hooray for the Big Ten. I'm going to be like, damn it, I wish Michigan would have lost. I'd rather Arizona had won that game. But I do think for the conference, yes, it's important because it has been so long since they won a national title with Michigan State back in 2000. So, you look at the situation and you just look at the way things have gone. Like the Big Ten does love basketball. There are a lot of schools in that conference that prioritize basketball and had for years until, Indiana decided to start spending on football. But it's just been a basketball conference for so long, and they haven't had the success at the tournament, despite the fact that they're usually getting tons of teams into the field every single year. So I do think just to get that monkey off their back, it'd be nice for the Big Ten if either Illinois or Michigan wins, but I know I'm only rooting for one of them to do it.
All right. Yep, you were going to ask a question?
No, you got it. Go ahead.
So I have a mini idea that just came to me, Tom. You and I will meet again probably this fall for our third straight
Looking forward to it.
So what if we do this? What if right now you and I have a gentleman's agreement? We can look forward to the season right now and both reserve one team that the other one can't touch in our playoff race. So right now, you call one team, that's my team for the playoffs. You can't touch them this year. What do you think about that?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Wait, what? This seems like a fun bit, Tom. I mean, what?
No,
What
like
the hell, Tom?
Trying to fill a segment here, Tom.
The best part about the listen, you did terrible. Okay, there's no getting around it. Your performance was embarrassing. Only getting one team out of 12 your draft picks into the playoff is terrible. But what people don't understand, Brandon, is it's the whole man in the arena. You and I are sitting on that couch. They don't give us the time to prepare. They don't allow us to have a list. We just have to sit there and shoot off the dome. I think that's what makes the competition special. So I just feel like if we were to both take a team right now, it would ruin the competition. It would take away what makes it great.
You know what's amazing about that? Tom, respected college football journalist. Me, I talk about college football as well.
Yeah.
We went 12 and 12, right? 24 teams. Mm-hmm. Neither of us picked the national champion.
Nope.
Neither of us picked Indiana to make the playoffs.
You're Indiana haters, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell y'all. I want to talk more about Vogler.
Did you say I've?
No, what are you talking about? Yeah, I want to talk more about Vogler.
Okay, all right.
good.
I do want to though, because look, UConn, Illinois, they've already played this season, and UConn won handily. But like to just show kind of how a team evolves during the year, I think Vogler played like 10 minutes in that first game. Is he the most fun player, maybe the best player that you've ever seen go through Champaign?
I'm not going to call him the best player I've ever seen in Champaign. I would still say Darren Williams was the best player I've ever seen play for the lineup. But Keaton's pretty close up there. I mean, he's going to be a lottery pick. He's probably going to be in the top 10. He might be a top 5 pick. And just the way that for somebody as young as he is, like you look at him, he's only 18. He looks like he's 15, like facially. He just looks like a child. And he is not the biggest, thickest kid. And he's taken a beating all year because as the season has worn on, like opponents, as he's become more prominent in the offense, their focus has been kind of like, well, we need to be physical with him. We need to rough him up. We need to do anything we can to get him off his game. And he's just fought through it. And it's been very impressive to watch him keep growing as the season has gone on. And his mastery of the offense for somebody so young, like a lot of what Illinois does is just a decision. The other team does this, so we're going to do this, and you have to make the right decision for it to work. So for somebody at his age who hasn't really been playing that long, I mean, they're all, young for the most part, but he doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't turn the ball over. And I look at like Illinois last year, they had very talented players. They had 2 guys that went in the first round of the NBA draft, but they made a lot of mistakes. They were young. In crunch time, they turned the ball over a lot. And I think that has been the biggest difference between Keaton and everybody on the team last year is he takes care of the football. He makes sure that he either gets the right shot or he finds his open teammate for the right shot. And when they hit him, they're pretty much unstoppable.
Who's your favorite member of the Balkan block?
Oh, I love David Mirkovich, or I'm sorry, David. His name is David, but his nickname is David. Yeah. He is just he's just such an awkward looking athlete. Like he's athletic. It's just the way he moves around. He looks like your grandfather getting out of a chair half of the time. It looks like every single movement hurts him, but he does all these things and he's very intentional. He's very fluid. And he's just also, when you talk to him and you hear him do interviews, he's one of the more interesting characters out there. He's a funny kid and he's a great basketball player. And typically how he goes, we go. If he has a bad game, we tend to lose. So he's not the best player on the team, but he might be the most important.
Yeah, that's great. College basketball, nobody cares. Anyway, Heisman winner Kamario Taylor, thoughts?
Listen,
Brandon, can you tell the general public who Kamario Taylor is? I'm not even taking a shot. I don't know that.
Tom was about to before you cut him off. So
you're right. I apologize. Go ahead, Tom.
He's the starting quarterback for your Mississippi State Bulldogs. He's actually somebody who I've seen, I haven't seen much of, but I do see the talent, and I do think that there's a chance for him to be pretty decent this year in Jeff Levy's offense. It's been a few years. You mentioned earlier your coach died, but as we talked about last year, Brandon, 2025 was the last year you get that excuse. 2026, they have to start putting up. And I think Taylor could be one of the better quarterbacks in the SEC. I'm not going to say the best, but I think he could be top half. And if he is, Mississippi State's kind of looking at a good season.
Well, when telling me that I have only one more year or it's my last year to use an excuse, get ready to learn Brandon Walker, buddy. Because I'm going to be using that excuse for the rest of my born days.
Hell yeah. Also, I like Levy, dude. I believe he's just a concrete slab of a man. You know the giant wham block in Mario 64 that tries to jump on you and smash you? Yep. That's Jeff Levy, if you've ever seen him.
I believe that's called
in real life.
Swamp.
Yeah, I get confused with him and then the old draw. I think it is, or maybe Womp.
No, I told you what it was. It's Thwomp.
Tom Fornelli, you have Jeremiah Love as your number one NFL draft prospect. Would you agree with that, Brandon?
Oh, absolutely not. But, Tom's just going to do his own thing.
Who's better? Tell me who's better.
I like Caleb Downs a lot as an NFL prospect. I mean, Jeremiah
number
Love's
two on Tom's list.
Number two.
Jeremiah Love's a great prospect. I don't know. Maybe it's just beaten down by expectations on running backs over the last couple of years, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. But he's up there. I just had to disagree with you because it's you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I can respect that. I respect that a lot. Love is somebody who last year I was talking about I had higher than Ashton. I thought he was a better player than Ashton Genty last year. I still think that's the case. I think that when you look at what he's able to do both as a runner and a passer, and he's also a pretty good blocker, just the explosiveness to his game. I think that he's going to be he's not going to be the first pick because of the way NFL teams view running backs at this point. But just as far as the guy who's going to be the best player in this draft, it'll be Jeremiah Love. I wouldn't be surprised if he does end up going in the top 5. And I just, he's somebody who's going to join an offense and completely turn it around right away. Like we saw Ashton Genty last year. He got into the Las Vegas, and it wasn't exactly pretty. Now, obviously, they had offensive line issues, but he didn't do a whole heck of a lot himself to really alleviate those. Jeremiah Love is the kind of back who can play without a good offensive line in front of him. He could create his own space, create his own holes. And I just think that you look at going into this draft, like you look at that top 10 there, a lot of good players. There are no doubt, surefire, 100% grand slam hits. There's nobody is going to be fantastic. It's a lot of prospects. I think Love in this class is just a little different than everybody else because I know he's going to be good. The other guys all have a little bit of questions.
I know we got to go soon. The one thing I do disagree with here is you've got Mekhi Lemon as your top receiver there. If I'm reading this correctly, that's over Carnell Tate. It's over guys like Jordan Tyson and a couple of other guys. I do disagree with that, but not vehemently. Like we don't have to fight about it. But why Mekhi Lemon there instead of Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson or anybody else?
I think Carnell Tate definitely benefited a bit from having Jeremiah Smith across the field from him. He never really saw double teams. He's a fluid athlete. He's a good route runner, but he's just not, he's not a burner to me. And with Mekhi Lemon, he's so quick and shifty, and he's able to decelerate and accelerate out of his breaks so quick that's what makes it hard for NFL defenders to cover you more often than not. And I just think that when he gets into the NFL, he's going to be like an Amon-Ra St. Brown type where he's just always open for some reason.
I mean, Tom, just tell the truth. You got seduced by Mekhi Lemon's combine interviews.
The eyes.
He hit you with the eyes. He hit you with the sway, and you were ensorcelled. I was as well. So I'm not even. That's not a shot. I'm not blaming you. Tom, what are you most looking forward to next college football season?
Mississippi State missing a bowl game again.
That's
you just said
that's a needless shot. There's a lot to be excited about, and here you got to go after our guy Brandon. Yeah. That's so mean, Tom.
No, he's a classics guy.
I'm just, it's going to be a very interesting season because there is no clear-cut favorite to me. Like, I know if you look at the odds that people are looking at Texas, they're looking at Ohio State, looking at all those typical teams. Georgia's up there too. But I just think it's going to be a lot like last year where there is no clear-cut great team that separates from everybody else. I think it's going to be a wide-open race. And frankly, I mean, you're looking at the teams that probably get the top 4 seeds. I'm guessing at least one of them is going to have 2 losses, maybe 2 of them. I just think that the way the schedule is set up, and the way the talent is spreading around, we're starting to see a lot more parity at the top of the sport. Like Indiana going undefeated last year was incredible. I just don't think anybody's going to be able to do that again this year. So also, it's going to be wild.
What do we do with Indiana coming into this season? Like, talent profile, they're not going to look like the best team, but that doesn't seem to matter with them. The coaching and that they get, and then obviously they're going to plug in Hoover. I assume he's just going to win the Heisman. Like, What do we do with Indiana? going forward because they kind of changed everything last year when they brought that team in and went undefeated the way they did.
All right, Brandon. You know what? You asked me earlier if we could agree not to draft a team in our draft this summer.
No, that deal's off the table.
I know. I got a new deal for you, though.
All right.
How about we both agree not to draft Indiana again?
Well, we already did that. No. I say no because I'm not agreeing to your deal because you didn't agree to my deal.
Well, guys. Sorry, Tom. Go ahead.
I was just going to say there are a lot of question marks about the Hoosiers because they did lose so much of what they've had the last 2 years that helped them win the national title. I still think they're going to be good. Will they be winning the national title again? I don't know.
Well, look, as you know, listening to y'all, a couple of college football experts, I'm just glad. I could not agree more. Most exciting part about next season, Lane Kiffin, LSU. Can they, get back to the top, threaten a national championship? It's a great answer, Tom. Check out the Cover 3 podcast.
I'll text you later, Tom. I got something to run by you.
Good luck to the Illini, Tom.
Thank you.
There he is, Tom Fornelli.
I like Tom.
I love Tom.
Tom's a
Why
good
did
guy.
you wait till he left to say you liked him?
No, you seem to be hating on him. Tom's a good guy. He's a
That was
fun
playful banter.
Okay, fair.
Coming up next, the end of the show. So get your Ask Wub questions in. Hashtag Ask Wub on Twitter.
Oh,
Traffic
man.
Cruising.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Okay, this is not an April Fool's joke, guys. And I think this is good news. But this has come out of the NFL spring meetings. The NFL is ending Monday Night Football doubleheaders.
Yes.
Thank God. Right? I mean, it was too much. Conflicting times, what games I watch. Like, Monday Night Football is sacred. It's supposed to be the bow tie on the end of the football week. Everybody's watching the same thing. In our shattered monoculture age, it's a pop culture touchstone that we can all talk around on Tuesday morning. I'm very happy to see this.
Okay. Listen, I'm glad they're ending the Monday night doubleheaders like 2 or 3 weeks in the season. Week 1, I always like the Monday night doubleheader. Mm-hmm. I always like one Monday night doubleheader in week 1. That's it. Let's move on. So I'm okay with like 5 of them going out the window, but I think once in a while is okay. You say no Monday night doubleheaders.
But I grew up a massive fan of the Monday Night Football Club books, and that always had this like.
What is that?
They ended up making a Disney show called The Jersey that was kind of loosely based in it. But as a group of kids, they loved Monday Night Football so much they would all get together and their parents would allow them to spend the night and watch Monday Night Football.
Are you thinking of
So they discovered it's either Magic jersey or Magic helmet, and it would allow them to switch bodies with one of the players. So like in the first one,
you're thinking
they
of the Hardy
switched bodies
Boys?
with John Elway. Eventually, one of them switches body with Dan Marino in a Super Bowl. He actually wins the Super Bowl, and then to transfer back, you got to get hit in the head.
That's Ace Ventura.
With the Lombardi.
You're thinking of Encyclopedia Brown.
No. Monday Night Football Club. Those who know. Shut out. So no, Monday Night Football should be singular. It should be awesome. I'm happy.
Kyle, what was your favorite reading series as a boy?
I liked.
I like Ramona.
Ramona and
Beverly
Beezus?
Cleary?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Ramona, Beverly Cleary.
I want to see the Raiders play the Titans in Helsinki. I want more international games.
Yes.
I want to see the Panthers and the Bengals in Hyderabad at 2 a.m. Eastern time.
That's where this is going.
The Saints are playing in Paris. It's going to be sick.
Yeah, perfect.
Can't
More.
wait. All right, other news. Dave, Brandon, are you going to Dave's suite? What did I say?
You said Dave.
Brandon, are you going to Dave's suite for the Final Four?
I would rather be dead.
Okay. Well,
I'm possibly going to the game, but I am, to my knowledge, I am not going to Dave's suite. And can I be honest? Bring that graphic up. Now, I'm glad you brought this up.
This is the Dave's Final Four suite order.
Every now and then, I think Dave Portnoy does things to make you say, is he really rich? Because this man has a suite for 21 people, and he's ordering 12 servings of pork chicharron nachos and chicken tenders and smoked chicken wings, salsa sampler, garden fresh, that thing, and grilled gourmet hot dogs.
Crudité.
I feel like that's a soft order for that many people. And you realize how many fat people we got at this company?
It's not a very fancy order
How many lazy
either.
people are going to be there? That's not enough food, Dave. That's pathetic.
You don't think
No.
so?
The accent aigu on the crudité is not
What did you just say?
accent aigu. I think that's what it's called when it goes that way. But on the crudité, it's still not bringing
Again,
enough.
pork nachos, 12 servings. Chicken tenders, 12 servings. What
Hot
are we
dogs.
talking about?
I think the chicken wings and chicken tenders kind of cover
the chicken?
everybody.
No, half the people.
36 servings each.
All right.
Also, these prices are like, in today's age, these prices are kind of not crazy.
Okay, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe.
No, I know. I'm with you, Brandon.
he should've,
he should be
shared
more
those
over the
fans.
top.
Yeah.
He just tweeted 3 minutes ago that if the Red Sox lose tonight, he'll be down $250,000. Yeah, I think he could have gone a bit bigger on the sweet order.
I don't think I would have expected him to be down more the way they played.
That's insane.
Like $250,000 isn't that big of a deal, Frank.
That's insane.
Are you a big time party planner, Brandon?
No.
Because that's another element to this. Like, I don't know how much it takes to fully satisfy a whole crew of people.
All right, look at this account.
Come on.
Let's get into Ask Wub. Did Dan Rappaport wake up in Japan? That's excellent.
I don't think today he did.
No.
And
What?
last week, Ebo said that this was not his burner. This is a Ebo burner.
MVP's real. This is an Ebo burner? Are you sniffing Ebo?
Did Dan
That says
Rappaport
at
wake up in?
That says at MVP is real.
Yes.
That's way different than the last account.
Yeah.
Also, that was tweeted at 7:32 a.m. April 1st.
I'm on the show.
He's been sitting here the whole time.
Okay.
How could he have tweeted?
Well, it's a great account. People should go follow
You're
it.
a little paranoid about that.
No, people should go follow it. Did Dan Rappaport wake up in Japan? He did not.
Ask Wub, Matt Hudson, Brandon, who's the chokingest chokers in college football?
It's Oregon, right?
Oh,
Oregon's always around it.
Yeah.
Oregon's always, and every time they get a chance to do it, they get destroyed.
It would have been Ohio State if not for getting the one. So yeah, Oregon kind of feels like that's not a bad answer.
Oregon is going back 2 decades. They always put themselves in position to take the next step, and they never take the next.
If the Nittany Lions were a little better, they could probably fall into this as well. Shout out Huddy. All right,
Yeah,
what do
the
we got
Ohio
next?
State Redemption redeemed themselves with that national championship. But if they had,
That's what I'm saying. But like they are the
that year,
clear answer
that's
if
an all-time
they had it.
show.
All right.
Ask Wub, can you ask us comes to the Duke? Can you ask Brandon why Rookie of the Year is the best baseball movie of all time?
And this is how I know that guy has an IQ of like 60. Because listen, I've done my top 5 baseball movies, my top 10 baseball movies. If you think Rookie of the Year is a good baseball movie, then you were either 4 years old when you saw it, never grew past that emotionally, or you're just an idiot. It is a bad movie. Listen, I can get into the story. You know, you can suspend belief and all that because it's a fantastical story. That being said, like the cartoonish nature of the coaches, the cartoonish nature of the opponents. He's actually licking his lips, the batter for the Mets. It's a ridiculous, terrible movie. Little Big League, far and away better than that movie.
The best baseball movie doesn't exist.
What?
It's the Jim Abbott story. This is a real man, born without a hand.
That's right.
Yeah,
Who went on to throw a no-hitter, to be a star baseball player, to be a superstar in the
That's
game.
right.
And he could hit.
Yes.
And we have monkeys and fictional 12-year-olds getting movies, but no Jim Abbott movie.
We got to make that movie.
You're right.
It's a very good
Jim Abbott
call,
should have a
JB.
movie.
It's a very good call. I do like Rookie of the Year, though, because I was a kid when I saw it. And I love Marv getting caught between the 2 hotel doors.
There you go.
I've been seeing Moneyball clips on my TikTok. No,
The slips, hashtag Ask Wub. April showers bring May flowers. What do May flowers bring?
I think that's the Pilgrims.
Positive pregnancy test?
Emo! That was
good, Ebo.
That was good.
Oh, yours was way better.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wow. Damn, dude.
Flowers.
Brutal.
Bauer.
Sports and Strawberry Ice. Ask Wub, if Cincinnati sports were a movie, is it a comedy, tragedy, or horror?
One that nobody would watch.
It's canceled.
Tragedy.
I don't see Cincinnati as tragedy. It'd be just, I don't know, be like a rom-com where who cares?
Hey,
Who gives a damn?
shout out
40% of Rotten.
Who cares about any of this?
Shout out to all the Wake Up Barstool people who showed love when I was at Disney. We love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. More Wub. Not going anywhere.